guys, this is Xmas and we're back for Let's Play Rift Part 3. And I had originally recorded my voice while I was playing the game, like I always do. I always make sure that I'm recording, and so I don't have to go back and I don't have to waste more time recording my voice for a second time when I'm already more than likely talking about random crap to myself, which is kind of weird, but don't judge me. But apparently for part 3, I didn't hit record, or it simply didn't pick up my voice. I don't know. Although it's probably more my fault. But it didn't do it, and so I'm having to go back over, and I'm gonna have to talk over the footage that I'm watching myself. So if I seem kind of weird or out of it right now, that is simply because I'm watching myself play, and so I'm not having the thoughts come straight out of my head as I play. I'm watching over and not doing it while I play, which is a lot better to do because it lets you have real in-game reactions to what you're doing. And throughout every level I always do a little scream jiggy dance thing, and my number 10 was pretty amazing. I hit 10 and I just started freaking out. But now I'm not just gonna start randomly screaming because I don't want to sound or seem like a crazy psychopath. So I guess I'm just gonna randomly talk about stuff as I watch myself play, I guess. Alright, I don't remember what I was doing. I was being an idiot here. I don't know. My client started messing up, and so I didn't get to, or it started messing up to where I couldn't click on anything. It wouldn't let me click. I couldn't click on mobs. I couldn't try to loot anything. See, like right there, I'm trying to click on that wolf and it won't let me, and I don't understand why. So I start tabbing. I hit tab so I can still get my slate quest. But as I try to do the next quest, which is Scorched Hive Walls, it won't let me. I can't loot anything. So then I stop mid-game, turn off my recording software, and then I switch to, or I completely exit the client, restart the client, and then restart. And I'm assuming that that is where my program went wrong with my recording. I don't know. I have no idea, to be completely and utterly honest. But yeah, that's my story for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. What should we talk about? Since, I mean, we've grown close, as you guys have for sure watched my beginning of my Let's Plays, because I mean, you know, who doesn't like listening to my soothing, amazing voice? I can't even take that seriously. Gosh, I do two things. Maybe I already did it. I'm pretty sure I already did it. Yeah, I did. I killed my first Rift in Shiza. When was the last time I played this game? This summer? Maybe? Possibly? So it's been at least 8 months. At least. I want to say 8 months. Yeah, it's been at least 8 months. I haven't played in a long time. Sorry, I had to yawn. So I don't honestly, in complete seriousness, I don't know much about this game. I know that I greatly enjoy it, and I know that I played a mage. Was my first class I ever made was a mage, Ethiel, whatever. I'm pretty sure I already told you about him in part 2. He was a 48, and I played a lot of PvP, and I never really did a lot of instances. I think I did maybe 2 or 3. But then after that, I didn't do anything. I'm trying to change from Shaman to Druid right here, because I didn't. Shaman, I don't know. I don't know. Wasn't, but I can't. I figured it out. I can't because I'm an idiot. But I don't know much about this game, especially with such a long break. I don't fully get everything still. So if anyone wants to comment and share some advice, what places to go to leveling, what I should do for leveling, because I know, at least I thought PvP was a valid leveling experience, but I don't know for sure, because I felt like leveling through PvP was really slow compared to questing, because eventually I did stop my PvPing after Storm Legion came out. Almost right after it came out, I got back into the game, got on my mage, and I was like, I want to say 38 or something, 36, and I got up to around 40, and then I quit that and I started questing, and I felt like it started to go a lot faster. But if people say that PvP is a valid leveling experience, and I'll do it because I love PvP, but I'm not exactly sure, and I would enjoy having someone, a mage preferably, because mages are my favorite usually, besides archers, which I don't really like the rogue in this game, but mages and healers and archers, favorites. But in this game, I really enjoy the mage and the cleric, while I don't really enjoy the rogue in this game. I haven't really played a warrior to be too far, and right now I'm checking randomly why I can't click anything. I start tabbing stuff, and then I log out real quick after I figure out that I can't click on anything. It's not letting me. But yeah, going back to what I was talking about, if anyone wants to give me advice or anything, please feel free to, because as much as I hate using the word noob, because it doesn't have any real meaning, and people use it in such a derogatory way that it doesn't have anything really giving it any oomph, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I gotta load the second video, I'm sorry. Then please feel free to, because I would greatly appreciate someone commenting and telling me more about a game that I enjoy so much. Yeah, so yeah. Now that I'm watching this, I'm looking at general chat, and it's just general chat seems much more lively in this game than WoW. I don't know. When I used to play, the community was pretty alive. Although there aren't many servers, it does seem like there's quite a few people that play, and the people play pretty consistently, because I think there's only 7 servers, and it kind of turned me away right when I was about to come back. Actually, right just a couple weeks ago, it turned me away, and I figured, why shouldn't I just get on and try the game out? And I fell in love with it again when I was playing on a throwaway character. Well, not really a throwaway character. It was my other cleric. It was a balmy female, and I really enjoyed it. But I figured that if I was really gonna stick to it, I would need someone who, because I really enjoy the leveling experience in most games, and that's what I usually do. I will hit max or get close to max, and then I get bored and I play a different character and I try to get him to max, and that just keeps repeating. But I feel that if I have somebody or some people or even a comment very sparingly, it will make me want to play. And the cleric dwarf's favorite race ever. But if I sorry, if I have someone who is forcing me to play a dwarf cleric, which are favorite race and my second favorite class, more than likely push myself to play. Not necessarily push myself, because it's not a job, but I would probably be doing something different. I don't know how I came up with Wrathgore. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool name, right, guys? Should I use the experience file? I feel like I should. I might. I'll probably use it. I will probably use it next episode, actually. I don't know anything about the artifact stuff either. Nothing whatsoever. I don't understand it. And someone, I don't know if I said this earlier, but someone said that you can change the races over from the factions now. Not change, but you can make them defiant, or you could make a dwarf defiant, or you can make a Bami or whatever their name is. You can make them guardian. And I don't understand the difference between the two. I always thought guardians were good guys and defiants were bad. Not necessarily bad, but they didn't want to conform to the society, so they stopped. Or they didn't stop, but they didn't do what was told of them, and they just left, and they had like their own society starting up. I'm yawning again. But someone told me that the Defiants aren't necessarily the evil side, because I thought that that every game, or most people thought every game had to have like a primarily good side and a primarily bad side, where one side was usually had a history of being corrupted and the other side didn't, or one side was more savage and one side was more civilized. But from what I gathered, there wasn't anything really like that. It's just 6 races, 3 races split up from each other because they didn't necessarily get along, and that was it. Or they didn't agree with each other, and that was it. And I'm healing this dude. I'm clicking. Yeah, I click sometimes. A little. Not always. Usually I don't. But checking this dude out, mage. I don't know what to talk about, really. I've just kind of been babbling a lot, and I hope some people are still there, or some people find my rants interesting, or find my stupidity interesting. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I've decided that between me splitting up my attention between 2 MMOs, there's honestly no point, and once Archage comes out, I probably will begin splitting my focus on 2 different MMOs. But as of right now, I've decided that Rift will primarily be my baby, and I will play it, and I will enjoy it, and I'll probably hop on WoW every now and then when my family gets on and they want me to, or my brothers get on and they want me to play with them a little, or my friend gets on and he wants me to play with them. But I'm looking for people in Rift that would want to play, would want to get to know each other and level up together, have some fun, some shenanigans together, because I have decided that Rift is going to be my beautiful little baby. Because WoW, I don't know, I greatly enjoy WoW. It's a great, amazing game with great, amazing people, but there's always those people that ruin it, just like in every game. But WoW just seems abundant with jackasses now, because as I mentioned, I'm jabbering, but as I mentioned, I do love and enjoy the leveling experience. I've done raiding in WoW, and I got up to heroic in Firelands, and I recently just got up to heroic in Siege of Orgrimmar, but raiding was never really my forte. I would enjoy learning new classes and everything, going through. I'm an alt-oholic. I really enjoy leveling and everything.
Look at my stock.
and it's something that I find very, very fun, and I do it a lot. Man, I keep yawning. So I don't even know where the hell I was going. I was going with this. I don't know. But I'm an altaholic, and I play my alts a lot, and I level them up. So I've never really got into raiding. But in this game, with what I've seen so far, I feel like I do want to get into raiding in this game, and if I can stick to my cleric, which I probably will. I've always really enjoyed healing classes, and the two classes, well, my mage, which is the 48, and this guy, who is tied for second for my highest level, which is another cleric. She's level 10. She's a Bami cleric. Those are my two highest classes, and they both can be healers. They both can be DPS. One can be a tank, which is a cleric, and the other one is just a straight DPS. And right now I am checking out for mounts, because do you get credits or pecs, whatever they're called, just for having an account? Because I did not buy them. I assumed that I just got them.
Always a pleasure.
What's up with that? What's up with the support Doctors Without Borders? What is this? 2,000 new looting supporting doctors. 100% from our new. Also, what do they go to? I'm assuming children in Africa from what I saw. I have no idea. Yes, I end up buying a mount. Do you know how excited I was? I got a freaking mount. I don't even know if I have a mount on my other guy. I might. I think I have a horse, actually. Pretty sure I have a horse. That's a pretty cool mount. I think I actually have one of those. My mage, at least. Yeah, that's a pretty cool mount. I was really surprised that it cost that much. Or if that's not a lot, I have no idea. What's that thing at the top, just under the Rift store? What kind of bar is that? I don't understand. I'm not playing, I'm just watching, which is so irritating. I need to never make this happen again. I always need to be able to play while I while I do a commentary, because it's not working again, and I start freaking out. But this watching while I'm talking, it's not as entertaining, I'm assuming, for my viewers, or if anyone really views, because I don't know if anyone will. Yup. I guess you know what? How much time? I got a good amount of time. Okay. I guess I'll just introduce myself, I guess. I'll not introduce myself personally, but I'll introduce why I started YouTube and why I started playing MMOs, I guess. I keep saying and it's getting on my own nerves. I can only imagine how you guys feel. I'm very sorry. I said it again. Wow. When I first started MMOs, it was an amazing game called Ultima Online, and it was something that I played from the age of 4 all the way up until the age of, no, it was 3, because I started playing in because I started playing right before 'Trammel' hit, which is, 'Trammel' is, there's 2 different worlds in UO, and One is called Felucia, and then the other one is called Trammel. Felucia is a world where basically everything goes unless you're in a town guarded area. You can steal, you can kill, you can cut people's heads off, or you could go to a bounty board, see if the people have bounty on them, and then you can sometimes even bribe them. Keep saying it. And I played this game extensively with my family. My older cousin got my family into it, and my dad started playing, and my cousin and dad played it for a really long time, and then I got into it, and then my older brother got into it, and then my younger brother got into it, and we all started playing. We played for many years. I'm pretty sure by the time I quit, my account was somewhere around level 10. Not level 10, but 10 years, because for every year that you got, it would show up in a little scroll, and it would tell you how old your account was. And by the time I quit, I'm almost positive that I had reached but I had reached the age of 10 or 9. I had played for an extremely long time, and that was my first experience with an MMO. I played a mage tamer, which is basically it's basically a mix between a rogue or a hunter and a mage, which that's about it. Except the hunter part is really you only get to tame pets, and then the mage is, you guessed it, you're a mage. That's what I played, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then I quit UO recently, so I continued to play it, but my cousin had introduced me to WoW, and I played that a month after it released on my cousin's account up until just after Burning Crusade released. And then my younger brother and I got our own accounts, and not our own accounts, we shared an account, and so we got into that really badly, and we played that game like it was going out of style, like so many other kids our age. Not our age necessarily, because we were pretty young when it came out, and especially when Burning Crusade came out. My younger brother was especially very young, but we played that game so much, it was ridiculous. And after I had gotten off of that game, not off of it, but when I started, yeah, that doesn't make any sense, when I got into it really badly, and that was when the WoW videos and WoW YouTube was extremely strong. Not so much anymore. Not a lot of people do videos, I feel, on WoW, at least not nearly as many that used to. And so the WoW YouTube, I would see people playing WoW and showing like WoW Hops, probably the biggest influence ever for me, because that was a character that was a person that made me want to play a paladin. I made a dwarf paladin, got him up to 40, quit, came back a couple months later. I didn't like my dwarf paladin anymore, made a human paladin. I quit him multiple times. Kept making new human paladins because me and my brother kept switching servers, and the biggest influence for me to get onto YouTube was probably WoW Hobbs. I wanted to be able to be a figure in the gaming industry for that game, not just because I wanted to make money or anything off of YouTube. It was because I really wanted people to know me, and if they needed something, they could come to me and I could help them. I wasn't gonna be someone that if you asked me to go help you farm a mount or anything, I was gonna do it, but just be a known figure in the game, like top raiders are on their servers. If you're a good raider, you're known, and if you're good enough, guilds will try to get you to leave your guild and come into their guild. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to be known by people, and so I had started to save up money so I could buy a better computer, so I could start recording gameplay, and I'd start really hammering my paladin, trying to get him up to max level, which was 80 back in Wrath when I started really doing this. And then I had gotten 80, and I had started helping out new players. I'd started a guild called Unknown Epics with my friend, who I had leveled up with quite a bit. Except he had made a new character who was also in the guild, and I had just continued on with my character while he had switched. So I had hit 80, he was around 60, and I really helped everyone in the guild, and I would try to help as many people as I could. And the guild eventually got pretty big. We had something like 120 members in there at one point, and it wasn't nobody really. I mean, I had about 8 good friends in the guild, and then the rest were either young players who didn't really know a lot, or casual players who necessarily didn't want to raid, and they didn't want to raid, they didn't want to really PvP. All they wanted to do was sometimes go get a pug or go to a BG or just sit in Stormwind or something and just talk, because I did play Alliance back when. Sorry, I had to yawn. And after that had happened, I became known for helping players, and so I started getting players who would come and ask me to run them through dungeons, because that was when power leveling was really big and you were able to do it. And so I would run people through dead mines, get them up multiple levels, and then I'd run them through stockades, I'd get them up multiple levels, and then I'd get my friend who had hit 80 at one point, and we ran to Scarlet Monastery, and then I'd summon them, and then I'd run them through Scarlet Monastery. And I became really known for I wasn't an amazing or good player or anything, but I became known as someone who was willing to go out of my way to help people, and that's what I wanted. And so then I started trying to do YouTube, and I was really young. I was maybe 15, I want to say 15ish back then, and back when I first started, and that was just a year after Wrath came out, I think. And I think that's around when it was. I don't necessarily remember, but sorry, I yawned again. But my YouTube thing, I didn't stick with it because I had just started high school, and I had just started playing, or not playing, but yeah, I just started playing football, and I was really looked at as I was a really big freshman and a pretty big sophomore. So I was looked at as a good prospect to come up, play JV for the team from freshman year. After my freshman season ended, I would go up, get some reps with JV and varsity, and try to help out the team. And so I had kind of given up on the fact that something I'd worked for, which was become this figure known, I'd just given up on my YouTube channel, and I'd started doing just random things. They weren't necessarily a good idea, and this Let's Play isn't necessarily a good idea. It's something that is known, it's something to get my name out, and I didn't do that on my other channel, and so I got discouraged and I gave up, which is something I regret. Because I lost interest in the game because I was still known and I was still helping people, but I wasn't going to become that figure that I wanted to become since I was 10 years old. So I quit YouTube. I don't know. I probably got something like 80 subscribers or something, which wasn't bad. I'd only become a YouTuber for two or 3 months. I think 4 months maybe. Not really active for the last 2 months, but I got a couple subscribers. I got people that enjoyed my videos, and a couple of them were guildies that really liked me and they wanted to support me, so they subscribed and they would comment telling me good job, thanks for the help, blah blah blah, stuff like that. But now I just recently started watching someone that I had watched way earlier, back in like 2010, I want to say. And he had just started his own YouTube career, and I subscribed to him, and I would comment, and I would not give him advice, because honestly I'm not anything spectacular as a YouTuber. As you can see right now, I'm a nervous commentator. I don't commentate a lot, or I haven't before, so I don't necessarily know what to say. But as I do get into a groove, stuff starts coming out. So I told him a long time ago to just, he was a funny guy. He really reminds me of Tobuscus, and he has those voices and everything, and he's a great guy. And so I kind of stopped watching YouTube for 2 years, because I'd get on, look at something, but then I'd stop. That was the extent. And I saw this guy that I had talked to a little here and there, and I clicked on his channel, and he had over 2,000 subscribers, and he had started a WoW Let's Play, and I clicked on it, and I started watching it, and it's an undead warlock, and he's a hilarious guy. He made me crack up in the first video. I started laughing, and I've watched every single one of his WoW Let's Plays now, and it goes up to 28. And he's absolutely hilarious. And so I figured, if this guy, who's no older than I am, if he can, which is, I think he's 22, I think. Okay, so he's a year older than me. If he can become a decently popular person on YouTube, people do watch his videos, people do enjoy his videos. If they can watch it and greatly enjoy his videos, they make them laugh, then shouldn't I just give it another shot? I mean, as of right now, my voice is bland. I'm not putting a lot of emotion into it, but I do greatly enjoy commenting, and I do greatly enjoy talking to people. And I decided, I guess, that I wanted to try it again. So I bought Fraps. I bought a Snowball Blue mic just recently, and I'm giving it my best go, and I hope you all enjoy it. Right now I'm checking for my time, seeing how long I played, and trying to figure out if it's good or not, because I have no idea what's good or not for leveling here. And the video is about to end pretty soon. I really wanted to hit level 10. That was my goal. There we go. I hit level 10 here, and next episode I'm probably gonna try a PvP episode, see how I do, see if I do well, see how much XP it gives me, and then I'll leave to go to a different questing zone. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you didn't get turned off by my bland talking, and I'll see you guys next time.